finally came. So we're going to be replacing the intercooler and charge pipes on this with the ZZP Performance intercooler kit. First thing we're going to do is we're going to remove this piece. And over here, there's a couple of screws here, crossed over there. And then we're going to remove that piece there and get this bumper pulled off. So now that I got that off, I know exactly what I'm doing. First off, on the bumper, this piece is attached to this. It doesn't come loose without unbolting everything. So this screw and all these screws across here doesn't have to come out. It's just the little plastic push pins and the 2 or 4 10mm bolts. Those come out, push pins come out, these screws stay in. There's one screw up here. There's one screw that goes in here. There's several that goes along the side, along this bottom. This shroud, when you pull the shroud off, there's another screw here on both sides. You'll have to pull that off, and then don't forget your electrical connector. So in the instructions, it says to remove the factory air dam. I don't see an air dam in the description of what they're talking about. So in the instructions it says to remove this factory air dam. I do not have a factory air dam, so I guess if you have it, remove it. If you don't. It doesn't say anything about removing this, but I'm going to remove this just to get it out of my way, just give me a little more room. The bolts up here and these bolts down here are 13mm. There's 2 Phillips heads down here, and then all the rest of them are a T20 Torx bit. Intercooler, there's an 8mm here, and then there's just a little retaining clip right there. So we'll get this 8mm bolt out. And then use a screwdriver. I guess first off we'll pop off these charge pipes. I hate these factory charge pipes, the connector clip on them. They're a pain in the butt. This piece right here is clipped down inside of this lip, and you have to get that out. And then, so it's connected here, here, and here. So, but there it is. So the next thing is we're gonna disconnect that, this clamp right here. This is the intake tube, and then it runs down along through there. I don't know if you can see it, there is an electrical connector right there. We have to unplug that. And on this side there is a another clamp right there, and then the charge tube comes down and goes across over through under there. So you have one charge tube that comes here, and your other charge tube comes in here. We got to remove both of those. This charge pipe, this is the reason I'm replacing this kit. All this tape that's on here, it actually has a split right across there, so I'm replacing that. On yours, there should be a retaining clip right here that will, you know, that just holds that piece in place so it don't move around on you. And then there's a map sensor that's right here. A map sensor goes right here. It comes with an Allen screw. You use the new Allen screw, and then right here there's actually a port for like a boost gauge or something like that. Make sure you put that plug in it if you're not running a boost gauge, or you will have a boost leak. Ready to put the intercooler in. You see these bars right here? There's actually a little hook on both sides that sets in that. We'll put that in there first. Set that on there. Alright. Set that one there. There we go. And then, alright. There's this little retaining clip right here. There's this little retaining clip right here that has to be put in place. There's a hole here. The website said the kit came with a new screw. Mine did not, but if yours does, put your screw in there. And then on this side, there's a 10mm or a 8mm screw that goes in right here. Unfortunately, you can't just get a straight-on shot at it, so it's not super easy to do, but you can get that on there. So everything's done. Bumper's put back together. It's tight. Whenever you put it back together, kind of make sure you pay attention to like body gaps and stuff, so that way it still looks nice. It does hang down a bit lower, so it does hit the bumper. So you'll have to kind of fiddle around with that a little bit. It's kind of hard to get these bottom screws in because it does, like I said, it pushes down on that bumper. But other than that, it's took me 2.5 hours, give or take, so shouldn't be any issue for you. And I use just hand tools, so you know, if you've got a little screw gun or something like that, it'll make it a lot faster. Shouldn't have any problems doing this within 3 hours. Tools I used was a Phillips head screwdriver, a 13mm socket, a deep well 11mm, and I ended up using a wrench, an 11mm wrench, for the one clamp that's clamps to the throttle body. A wrench did come in handy on that one. I originally had the post sticking straight up, but the connector wouldn't go in, so I had to move it over, and I couldn't get a socket on it, so I had to use a wrench there. Other than that, everything's in. It's all, you know, all good and everything. So this is not a paid advertisement for ZZP. I'm not affiliated with them. I don't work with them. None of that stuff. So this is just, I bought this kit myself with my own money. I installed it, figured I'd do an install video and you know, see how it goes. So far I've got quite a few components from them. I've got the downpipe and the intercooler kit, and then the cold air intake, and then I have a GM Performance exhaust on. That's pretty much going to be about it for today's video. Hope y'all enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to smash that like button, leave a comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe while you're down there. I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.